This is Mick Jenkins, straight from the south side of Chicago. I'm here with Montreality. I worked at a fashion boutique called St-Laurent in Chicago. I worked at Forever 21. And it was mostly like retail positions. I really like clothes. I thought I still am, but at that time I thought like that's what I was gonna do, like straight out of high school. So it was always retail. That's like a phase in everybody's life, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be Burger King or Forever 21 or, you know what I'm saying, or some kind of restaurant, like, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't read as much as I wish I did, but the last book I read was The Alchemist, which was like February, second time I read it, and you notice different things for sure, different parts of the boy's mission and different meanings and what they give you and how to apply it to your life. I really like Paulo Coelho's a good writer anyway, and I want to check out some of his other books, but it's always get bogged down by time, you know. I don't know, cause you know you gotta think in six when you really, if you really with it, you know. I like Dragon Knight just because that's a strong, multi-dimensional Pokemon to have. I like Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan for sure. I think people sleep on them all the time. So probably Hitmonlee, probably. Yeah. I mean, I think XXL, most blogs in general who try to do something to the effect of a list kind of consistently get it wrong. I think there's a ton of people who deserve to be there based on what they did last year. And I think there's some people who don't, but I feel like it's been shown to us every year that it's not based on what we think it's based on. It's not based on just talent. It's not based on just popularity. You know what I'm saying? It's not based on what it should be, for sure. So it's not really a surprise when things don't turn out how they should. I think it's similar to anybody else who's in a similar position. I think it took us a little while before we found out about Kendrick. Took us a while before we found out about Cole. Took us a while before we found out about Crit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the nature of what is the most popular in society today. And artists like myself usually have to put out 4 or 5 projects before the national spotlight is really turned in their direction. But I mean, I think consequently and positively, I don't really care that much. And I don't think any of those other people that I named ever care about that shit as much as actually connecting and speaking with fans. I'm working on THC, been working on it since about April. Very in the beginning stages, but I got a lot of dope ideas and concepts. Yeah, I would like it to be out by the summer of 16, but who knows, yeah. The new music that I'm writing for the healing component is probably gonna contain the realest shit I ever wrote. Just because there's a lot, you know what I'm saying, with the waters I introduced that there was this idea that there's just water for you to be drinking. And I think something that I've done accidentally, but it's something that I've noticed and I'm gonna correct is I speak about the problems of the world very generally, especially in the waters. There aren't specific things to take from each song. Like this song was about this song was about this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do that more for this album. And in doing that, it forces me to address like very specific problems. And because of that, I think the realest shit I have ever wrote is yet to come. So, it will though. I don't really think that there's too much enlightenment to say that can come from drugs. I feel like it doesn't make you think. I think it just makes me think differently. I'm thinking in a different, like on some dimensional shit, like, not that I'm thinking like better or worse, but like just on a different level. Like the way that I'm thinking right now is side by side to the way that I'm thinking when I'm high. They're just in different veins, yeah. So whereas like I'll look at your shoes for 2 seconds, know that those Vans, know they're supposed to be a Galaxy, and then like go to something else. Off weed, I'll like trip out on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It just, I'm thinking about it in a different way. I'm not just thinking about the colors, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the colors and why. Maybe I'm thinking about the shoestrings too much. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But it's just way more focused and detailed, and it's just thinking in a different vein. So I don't personally wouldn't call like what I receive from drugs, whether it be ideas or, you know what I'm saying, a new way of thinking or something that I did that was funny that I'm going to take back to the guys as enlightenment. But I do think it does put you in a different state of mind, and the things that you think of you wouldn't normally. Well, managers from Montreal, so we just, when we were building in the very beginning, it just made sense to be where we were. If he's going to be out here, we should come out here too. And if I'm gonna be in Chicago, he should come to Chicago too. So we'll go back and forth a lot. Very early on, I was out here maybe like once every 2 months. I fuck with Montreal heavy.
Montreal holds a special place in my heart, so I did a song dedicated to it. Make some noise if you come to 5x4.
I ain't talking Eve Saint-Laurent, but I've been on Saint-Laurent like a motherfucker. Overworked, overlooked, hella red, telling that I'm type O for the blood suckers. I've been in the 514. My French getting too clean. Customs routine, eating hella poutine. I think I'ma buy one more.
I think it's very similar to Chicago, as well, at least in the creative spectrum. I think with Chief Keef and Chance and like the back-to-back years that they were both on the Freshman cover, that really brought a surge of like attention and energy to all the things that are artistically happening in Chicago, not just music. And when I came out to Montreal for the first time, I kind of felt the same energy. You know, it's a small city, and there were K-Tronada, High Classified, and Depede, like a lot of creatives. I know Zach, I think he had just opened Apartment 200 shortly after when I first came here. Like a lot of things like that were starting to happen. The Mural Festival, the first year it came, I was when I was first coming. I got to meet Monrico, and just like meeting all of these people and creators and seeing what they were doing and seeing how it kind of paralleled with like the beginning of something cool starting to grow in the city was really dope to me. So it just felt like Chicago a little bit creatively, and then the French sounds cool, and I met cool people out here, so I really fuck with it. My pockets, we got a lighter. We got all the necessaries to have a good botanical time, you know? Damn, I don't know, there's too many. I think that racism isn't real. I think that you should trust the government, that your vote counts. Anything that they tell you on the news. I don't. There's too many lies out there, man, for that they tell us as people, as society. Like everything is a lie. It's all a lie. I just feel like I was about to say guns, but something else is just gonna replace it. If guns are gone, some other weapon is gonna replace it. I don't know. Capitalism. Yep. Well, the healing component is love. That's what That's what I'm gonna try to say. Yeah, I think people feel like love is cheesy. Like when you tell somebody that that's the like answer. That's what'll like make people change. Like people hear that and be like, oh, okay, love. But yeah, that's the message. That's the healing component.